You ready?
My coach, Barbara H. Smith. Why did I hire her? Because she's the best.
Barbara H. Smith is a powerhouse. She just walks in the room and grabs your attention, and she does that in a way that just makes you feel loved and like she's paying attention to you. She cares about you, and she wants to see you be your best self.
She was able to dig inside and find the passion that was deep within me.
Barbara's energy is one of the reasons that I had to have her as my coach. I love the way she is real with people.
The reason I felt like I needed a coach was because I have some big goals and I needed to build my confidence. I knew that Barbara could help me do that.
I felt that I could trust her.
I would definitely recommend to get coaching from Barbara H. Smith if you feel like you need to level up your confidence. She would just help you feel like bold, like you can take on the world.
She has really shown me who I am. She has changed my mindset to a place that I know that I am more powerful today than I would have ever been if I had never met Barbara Smith.
Here we go. Here we go. It's another Thursday. It's the first Thursday, as a matter of fact, to May. Welcome to May. Oh my gosh, we're 5 months in. I just can't even believe this. This is the Empowering You Show, and I am super duper excited today about our guest. But before we bring up our guest, let me tell you a little bit about the Empowering You Show. We're here to showcase businesses, small businesses, in fact, those who are doing great things in their communities, and they are pushing the envelope to get it done. Today's no different. But before I bring up our guests, I have to bring up the sensationally smooth, sexy, sassy, and spicy Shani Smith.
Oh, spicy. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, it's May the 4th.
It
May
is.
May the 4th be with you. Little Star Wars joke there. Not a fan, but hello, everybody. Hello.
So glad you're here, Shani. And again, I cannot thank you enough for all you do for the BHS and Associates organization. We have phenomenal guests week after week after week. Oh, by the way, if you don't have a subscription to the YouTube channel, it don't cost you nothing. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll get to see us do these interviews with phenomenal Phoebe today. Okay. Phenomenal guest that we have on our show. And today is no different. This guest is an inspirational speaker and self-love enthusiast working towards being a transformational coach. And as a result of her motivational content, she inspires over 2,500 people weekly on her social media platforms that include Instagram, WeChat, and her blog. She's been a student of Lisa Nichols for the past 15 months while in her final semester, by the way, pursuing her, get this, Master's of Science in Aeronautical Engineering, all the way from China. She is falling in love with herself, madly in love with herself. It takes her on her journey back to her most daunting and rewarding episodes of her life, uncovering and nurturing the most important relationship in her life, which is her self relationship. She learned to give herself the kind of love deeply that she wanted, deeply that she needed, and deeply that she desired. But most of all, she became her own best friend. Not only beauty, not only brains, help me bring to the stage the phenomenal Phoebe Mena.
Oh my God. When with that amazing introduction, I don't even know where to begin, y'all. I feel like my work is done here already.
You are a beautiful breath of fresh air. We are so excited that you're here and that you brought a few friends with you. We are excited to have Rebecca Lynn Kimbrough out there. Rebecca, thank you for being on the show. The lovely Nadira's out there. Thank you so much for being on our show. And we want you to know that if you have friends or family members that want to see Phoebe today, Forward the link to him. Tell him she's on. She's going to be on for an entire hour. We're going to take a break in between, but she's got some information that you just don't want to miss. And Shani, I'm going to let you have first dibs at the question and interview process, because I can see Shani's little wheels are turning. The wheels are turning and the smoke is coming out. So I'm going to let her go first.
I want to say I met Phoebe she was a speaker on the Amazing You event, right? And the moment, probably 45 seconds into your speech, I'm like, I have to get to know this woman. Besides the fact that I don't know anybody who lives in China. I know people who've been there, but I'm like, wait a minute, she's living there? Oh no. And she's got a story to tell. On top of being beautiful on the inside and out, like your energy was just attractive. So I'm like, I have to get to know her. And what I've known so far, I have fallen in love with. So talk to us about what that even means to you to fall in love with yourself. Many people say they say they love themselves? I don't think so. But many people say they do if you ask them. But what does that really mean?
Wow. I love the question, what self-love means to me. Earlier this evening, around 8 p.m., I was on a quick call with my mom, just checking in to say hi. And afterwards, I decided to do my evening workout. Now, it's been about 2.5 weeks since maybe a week and a half since I've been to the gym. And I found myself criticizing myself, saying, oh, you're failing yourself. You're doing this and this and this and that. But I somehow forgot why I do it. Because for me, working out, I don't just do it to look amazing, and I look amazing. I don't just do it to look amazing. I do it because it's the one way that I say I love you to Phoebe without ever opening my mouth, without ever saying anything, showing up constantly when I'm tired, when I don't feel like. That is how I say, Phoebes, I love you, girl. So spending time with myself at my lowest and on the best days of my life, learning how to hold my own hand on some of the worst experiences I've been through and some of the best days of my life, saying I love you to the girl I see in the mirror every day, saying I love you, saying bad jokes to myself, having dancing in my underwear at 4 a.m. That to me is loving me, and not just the easy parts, but also having a tough conversation, sitting with my feelings and journaling for hours about how I feel. Well, I know it's hard, and it would be easier to do absolutely anything else than sit here. That is me saying, Phoebe, I love you, and I'll keep showing up for you over and over and over again because you're worth it. I love you. I really, really love you. And then going ahead to show myself how I love me by how I show up for myself.
That's so good.
Beautiful.
I want you to tell the audience, though, some of the story of why you came to that part. Talk to us about the low point in your life that made you turn around to start loving yourself and then become a self-love enthusiast.
Wow. I think it was on a Thursday of February 2020, and there was COVID. As you all remember, COVID started in China, and it was winter holiday, a very weird winter holiday. And, we had no idea what was going to happen to us. It was about the beginning of the last semester for school. And, there is the what next? What am I going to do when I get my bachelor's degree? What am I going to do? Am I going to move home? Will I have my family here? So many questions. And that Thursday, it was quite chilly, around 6 p.m. And we were walking when the person I'd loved for over 3 years and been in a relationship with turned to me and said, baby, don't you think our lives would be better had we not met in some sort of way? Like, don't you think? And those words choked me. I felt as though I'd been stabbed one too many times with a rusty knife. And that knife was currently being twisted in 1,000 different directions. I remember the ground that I was standing on dissipating to nothingness, and my legs grew weak. I could barely hold my own weight. Doesn't this nigga know that I need him? Doesn't he know that I can't live without him? I need his validation. I'm his girlfriend first before I'm Phoebe. I need him to tell me I'm beautiful. I need him to call and say I love you every day. I need him like the way I need oxygen to breathe. And for 5 months, I held on to a relationship that was over. For 5 months, I lived beneath rock bottom and walked outside my body as though I was having an experience of watching someone who looked like me, acted like me, but wasn't me. With a glass of wine every day and every night. Holding my cell phone, waiting and hoping that someone would call me or try to save me from myself. But no one came. No one came. And you see, I remember it was the 15th of August while I was sitting on my kitchen floor with all the broken pieces of my heart splayed in front of me. How did I get here? How have I spent so much time, so much effort, and so much energy defining myself through someone else's eyes that have no idea how to love me on my own? I've no idea how to show up for me, how to say I love you. I don't even know what that means. With tears rolling down my cheeks, my heartbeat barely there, I remember hugging myself and saying, this low, this broken, never again, never again, never again. And with my knees knocking and teeth chattering, I knew something had to change. And randomly, as though the universe waited for the moment that I was helpless enough to finally intervene, I came across a random video on YouTube of Lisa Nichols talking about the 3 sentences that changed her life. The 3 sentences that saved her from depression, how she found her way back to herself, and with a desire to feel something other than desperation, with a desire to want to feel my heartbeat again, and not my heartbeat beating because of anger or anguish or pain or hurt, just wanting to exist in a world where I was happy, where I had fallen in love with being alive again. I did that. I every day for 9 months. I got in the mirror and I said, Phoebe, I celebrate you for getting out of bed today. Phoebe, I forgive you for losing yourself in someone else. I forgive you for allowing everyone else in your life define you without ever defining you. And I promise I'm going to keep showing up for you over and over and over and over again till we fall madly in love with you. I had no idea what that meant, but I was willing to show up. I was willing to say I love you. I was willing to have coffee with myself. Just having coffee and saying, hey, nice to meet you. I don't know what to say to you. So, I'm going to find out who you are. And then one day I just got myself smiling, not at anyone. I wasn't smiling at no one. It was just me, myself, and I. And I was smiling at this beautiful being that, I always wanted someone else to tell me that I'm good enough. But that day, I felt good enough just by looking in my own eyes, just by seeing me. I felt, this is it. Like, you are amazing. You are beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Not because they say it, but because you say you are the most beautiful and amazing human being I've ever met. And I get the pleasure to walk this life with you. Like, I'm honored. I'm so blown away that I get to walk this life in this beautiful body. and to be my own damn best friend. So yeah, from broken to madly in love with me.
Yes,
I feel
yes.
like, I don't know, the clap, I don't know,
Where,
the snap,
where,
jump
where's
around,
your
I
book?
don't know.
Where's your book? Do you have a book with this in it yet?
I'm working on a book titled Finally Loving Me.
That is so good. I am so grateful for that testimonial. What an amazing, you got all kinds of fans out here talking to you. Rebecca Lynn Kimbrough is a big fan of Phoebe. We love it. Standing ovation for Marlana. Thank you, Miss Christopher, for being out there. Rebecca Lynn Kimbrough says, live in the love of yourself. Love that, Phoebe. Showing up for ourselves is important. We have Ernest James Usher III, all the way from England. The UK is, she's spitting out some love and facts, the truth about relationships and loving yourself. Nicholas is out there. Hey, Nicholas. Yes, she is amazing. He says, you are amazing. Standing ovation. Finally love. Lila Shepley is out there. She's in tears. Oh my God. Like I was over here trying not to mess the makeup up. Let me tell you, Ada says, yes, yes. Of course, this is definitely fire today. If you are watching live right now, tag your friends, tag your family members, tell them to get in where they fit in, because Phoebe is on the platform today. Oh my God, Phoebe, when I first met you, your energy and your storytelling, because I am a storyteller. I love to hear stories from beginning to end, especially when they take you on a ride. You know, somebody who is physically as beautiful as you are. Other people looking at you have a hard time understanding why you didn't love yourself, right? Yes, Marlena, we're in tears too. There are so many people who have beautiful exteriors, so many, but on the inside, they are just broken pieces of glass. And they don't know how to come back from whatever trauma, whatever hurt, whatever experience they have. So in that moment of you searching the web or searching online on the internet and finding Lisa Nichols, I can perfectly see why you became a student of Lisa, because she has a similar experience in her storytelling. But what I want you to share with people is sometimes, yeah, when you're that far down low, the only way you can go is up. But what do you need to do if you can't seem to get to that up? What technique or tip would you give someone if they're right now looking at this feeling as low as how you felt? What would you tell them?
Wow. You know, even though right there in my bio it says self-love enthusiast, to be really honest with whoever's watching, with all of you here today, self-love is not a one and done. It's not like you just take antibiotics and then you're good to go. It's something I've had to do. And some days I love myself more than other days. I just told you I was criticizing myself for 3 hours ago, saying, oh, you failed yourself. You did this. And so I know what it feels like to be right there at the bottom and to actually feel the rocks, like hashtag welcome to the floor. Like you can't go any lower than that. Like, I know what it feels like. But the first thing is to say, I will get through this. Because that's the only way.
Right.
I will get through this.
Right.
There are 3 affirmations I chanted to myself. I would write them down every time I sat down to journal. I had them everywhere in my house. Like, I'm pretty no, the view is not there. I have sticky notes all around my house, on my ceiling when I go to bed. One of the affirmations was, I will get through this. And some days I had the energy to say, I'm going to be someone I'm proud of. I'm going to be, like I'll believe in myself again, and so on and so forth. But I'll get through this. Made me know that this is not the end.
Yeah.
And 2 was, I am worthy.
Yes.
I am worthy. I felt so unworthy. Every part of me felt broken in every way. but I am worthy. I didn't believe it, but one too many times. One day, I remember thinking, I'm not good enough. And my mind just goes, no, you're worthy. And I was like, oh, wow, really? I am worthy. And finally, I am enough. Like that's it. Like, period. I am enough.
End the sentence.
Yeah.
End of sentence. And you may not believe it at first, but again, 3 years later, I still say the same sentences. I have them on sticky notes all around my house, plus other affirmations now. But still, some days I just need the reminder that I'm worthy and I'm enough exactly as I am. And so are you. You're worthy, you're enough, and you'll get through this, no matter what.
Woo. Shani.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't even want to leave that whole concept, but I have to know how you ended up in China.
Oh, wow. I love the question. You see, I come from a place, I am from a beautiful country, surrounded by beautiful people and raised in a beautiful family. I'm from the land where people travel from all around the world to come and experience the great wild beast migration into Tanzania, to come and see the best wildlife in the world, to come for
Yes.
safari. I'm from the land of Swahili where we say habari yako for how are you. I'm from the land where we have the greatest long distance runners in the world, like Eliud
That's right.
Kipchoge. I'm also from the land where the first woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize called home, Professor Wangari Maathai, the late Honorable Professor Wangari Maathai. Same tribe, same country, same place. I'm from a beautiful family where I was taught to love my parents, to love my neighbors, and to love my siblings, to love everybody. And I'm so grateful for that. But no one ever taught me how to love me. No one ever mentioned the concept of self-love. You see, as a woman, you're meant to be seen, not heard.
Wow.
As a woman, know your place. No one loves a know-it-all or a blabbermouth. You can be smart, just not too smart. You can be brilliant, just not too much, because no one loves that. And so I became a speaker. And so I became an engineer because it's that little girl. I had no idea what my life would look like today. So about 6.5 years ago, I got on a plane with my dad, with a two-way ticket for him and a one-way ticket for me, with a suitcase full of clothes, a belly full of fear, and a heart full of passion. I flew all the way from Kenya to China to pursue a degree in aerospace engineering or aeronautical engineering. And in 2020, I got my bachelor's degree. And in just a few weeks, man, I'm going to be getting my master's degree in aerospace engineering as one of 4 female students.
Yes.
So that's how I went from China all the way. I mean, from Kenya all the way to China. And I've been living here for over 6.5 years now. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Tanzania, right next to Kenya. And yeah, I traveled to Kenya, getting ready to go back in July again.
Oh,
And
amazing.
yeah, was at that place where Tanzania and Kenya meet, and they have the stone. Yeah, the stones. And so I was on the Kenya side, and then I was on the Tanzania side.
Tanzania side, yeah.
It's pretty cool. But you are so right about women not being able to have a voice. And it's not just on the continent. It's here. We have the facade of having the voice here, but women are still underpaid. We are still suffering against feminists being discriminated against because we're feminine. We're still suffering here from not being seen as equals in the leadership ranks in corporate America. All of these things. And so to have you say that is very pertinent for anybody listening to know that you have to have the audacity to stand up for what you believe. You know, I have had, yeah, Marla, Marlena, we love that I am enough. It is, period. And she loves a blabbermouth and a smart and brilliant woman. You love a whole bunch of us, that's for sure.
Yes, yes.
That's a Lisa Nichols affirmation. Yes, yes. But when you're talking about women who are strong and brilliant and beautiful, and they're not allowed to speak, many families, both on the continent and here, do not really appreciate a woman speaking up and speaking out. When I was on a show with Kimmy, she talked about the Audacity Tribe and how we have to be emboldened to push the envelope forward. The technology today is phenomenal for us to be able to do so. With becoming an aeronautical engineer, what is that going to help you do to push the envelope forward for women?
Oh, wow. First of all, it's such an honor to be a woman, to be a Black woman, and to get a master's in aerospace engineering, and to have lived for over 6.5 years away from home. I consider that one of my greatest achievements, because it's been hard. I moved here at 18 and I just turned 25. So it's been one hell of a ride, but it's been the most audacious thing I ever did. It's been the most daunting thing I ever did. Some days I think, damn, you were crazy. Like, you were crazy enough to dream, and I'm proud of you. But that was crazy, Phoebes. And so absolutely. And I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for having to be one of the few women in aviation. But that's not the dream, Like, I thought that something was deeply wrong with me. And so I thought I could just get the accolades. I could do this. I could be a model in China and have an amazing modeling career in China, go to pageants like Miss Imperial International and Miss Universe in China. And I thought that would fix the not enoughness. And that not enoughness only showed up after the breakup. And after that, I had to do some soul searching. What do I want to do? And to be really honest, while I will make an amazing engineer, I'll make a phenomenal coach, a phenomenal transformational coach. I dream of a world where tiny little girls show up, show out, and play full out. They don't hold anything back. I dream of a world where tiny little girls are courageous and audacious and bodacious.
Yes.
Enough to dream and be who they were born to be. I dream of a world where a 5-year-old and a 50-year-old and a 75-year-old and a 95-year-old say, I love you to the girl they see in the mirror every day. I dream of a world where we can all rock arms and say, self-love, self-love is the greatest love of all. Where we teach young kids about self-love, where we teach affirmations, not just mathematics and chemistry and physics.
Yes.
Right.
Where every woman knows that I get to use my voice, or else I wouldn't have a voice. I get to use a voice. I get to use this powerful set of lungs to push this world, to leave this world just a little bit better than I found it. So how do I intend to push the envelope? By talking self-love. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, January to January, self-love every single day, everywhere you look. Self-love everywhere. And then the degree will take care of itself. But self-love first.
I love it. Everybody out there is chiming in. Everybody. I want to just read a few, Shani, then you jump in before we go to break. Rebecca Lynn says, pushing your own standards so she can rise. The audacity to believe, and now the audacity to move in action. Wow, Phoebe. Keep speaking. Yes, Marlena says, yes, you will make a phenomenal transformation coach. You already are loved. Nicholas is out there. Transformation. Yes. It is out there. Self-love is powerful. I'm talking self-love and all of the facets of the rainbow in age that you mentioned have to know that they are loved. And you, my sweet, have come to this planet to show people how to self-love. Shani?
All I have to say is I'm about to chant during this little break here because I cannot wait till we get back. No one would believe that you are 25. You are so wise beyond your years. I mean, this is phenomenal.
Just
and
turn
the fact
25.
that you got it and you got that message early and you straightened yourself out and turned it around. Oh my God, what are you going to do next?
We're going to find out what she's going to do next right after the break. Don't you go anywhere. Call a friend, call a family member, tell them that we are on the Empowering You Show with the beautiful, magnificent, brilliant, and bright Phoebe Mena. Come back after the break. I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kinston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
Phoebe! Was that? How was that? Did you like that video?
I mean, I was just going, wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Were you over there rocking the box?
Yeah, I was just here doing the dance.
Yeah. And Nicholas is out there said, rock the box. He loves it. That thing is really exciting for me every time I see it. And I've seen it really a lot, actually. Marlena, yes, we're back. And now I am a testimony and uplifting, especially women in my universe. Okay. So we know, those of us who have stories, and we all do, that it takes just one person to help us see the beauty in each other, right? Hey, Linda, Dr. Amerson's out there. Hey, ladies, she says, we are so happy to see you out there. We have a phenomenal guest today. Her name is Phoebe Mena. She is I'm over here. My heart's palpitating. My head is tingling. My brain is going. And she has been sharing with us how to do self-love. It has been an amazing time with you, Phoebe. And I want you to know that I am so grateful to have met you. I pray that this is a connection that is everlasting for not just you.
Yes, yes.
I love uplifting people, and especially I'm looking for more young women to step up and stand up and say, I am enough. And I want to tell you where I was and where I am now. So, Shani, tell them how to get to the Empowering You show if they want to be a guest.
If you want to be a guest, simply send me an email at support@barbarahsmith.com. I promise I'll get back to you. Right, Phoebe? Right? It's a beautiful experience. Now, I have to ask you, because you are, just a few years younger than me, because stop it. What would you tell your younger self?
Oh, I was going to ask that same question. You are so good.
That she is enough. That she's good enough, beautiful enough, amazing enough. And there's no one like her. I'd say, Phoebe, you're beautiful. You're amazing. Everything about you is so incredible. How you show up, how you laugh so awkwardly, how you laugh with yourself and talk to yourself in the streets. Thank God for wearing masks, because, like someone might have taken me to a mental hospital. Like I would just be on the street just talking to me. But, now you can just wear AirPods and act like you're having a phone call and, just have a conversation with yourself. And I'd say, Phoebe, no matter what life throws at you, baby, you're going to be okay. Yeah. Trust that. Believe in that. And then keep going. Do you until doing you becomes so easy that you just be. You don't have to try anymore. And one more thing, don't try to fit in. It's a scam.
Yes.
Be who you are.
That's so good. That
might be the hardest part for a young person, because society puts these things that you just have to, conform. So what does that look like to you to say, don't be like everyone else? What does that look like? A conversation with yourself out loud, as you talk about?
Absolutely. Like, I think I have been lucky enough. I just see my roommate walking around. That's my cat, so you might hear. There she goes. Yeah, Trixie, welcome to the show. So,
hey, Trixie girl, hey.
So, for me, I've had the space to explore what loving me looks like. And how I love me might be entirely different from how you love you, Shani, or how you love you, Barbara. So self-love looks different for everybody else. For me, hitting the gym, that's how I love me. Having coffee with myself every single morning. The second cup of coffee I have, I'm always by the mirror saying, "What's up, chick? You woke up late today," or "Hey, good morning, have a good day." But most of all, being really honest. Being honest about how I feel. Being honest about some painful and hurtful things. And journaling by hand. Gen Z, I know you're all thinking, I'ma just type it. I mean, like this, like writing down how I feel. That has been extremely healing. It has played a massive role in my self-love journey. I've been journaling consistently for 3 years now, and every day. And when I skip a day, I still continue the next day. So sitting there and being okay with how I feel, trying not to fit in, is asking myself, does this feel right?
Right.
Do I think it's right? My mind might lie. Does this feel right? And if it doesn't, Some days you have to disappoint other people, and some days the person who disappoints is you, because your mind might want to just go and try to fit in. You might want to go and, be with anyone else. But what you really need might be a good night's sleep, or going for yoga, or going for a run. So asking the question that, how does this feel? What do I need? Shani doesn't know what I need. Papa doesn't know what I need. They might love me, but they don't know what I need. But Phoebe knows what she needs.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's so good. What's
I see my friend Rachel there. Hi, Rachel.
got a bunch of people out there. Rachel, Marlana, I am so happy to see all of you out there. How are you? Yes, how are you? And journaling has been what my coach has been doing forever, and says that it helps her with writing. But what I want to talk about a little bit is, you mentioned that you have a loving family. You mentioned that you have, people around you who raised you to love each other, loving siblings, loving family, and yet you still fell into the self-loathing, if you will. What about the people who come from backgrounds where nobody loved them? They come from places where they have been broken from birth. Ooh, that sounded like
a new book.
That sounded like a book.
Like a new book.
Yeah.
Broken from birth, right?
That's amazing. That's
and now you're asking. Thank you. I think I need to write that down.
Where's your journal?
I got you.
And then someone like as beautiful and talented and intelligent as you are says to a person who has been broken from birth that you have to pick yourself up. You have to tell yourself affirmation after affirmation. It's not that easy for a person who's never been told that they're loved. How do we reach that person? How do we get that person to see that each one of us has our own set of fingerprints, which means we are not a carbon copy? Each one of us has our own heartbeat rhythm, which means we're not a carbon copy. Each one of us has our own thought processes, which means we're not a carbon copy. And the reason we are still here, waking up every day and having birthdays every year, is because we have purpose. Or we wouldn't be here. How do we get to the people who feel like there is no hope? What do we say to them?
Wow, that question makes me want to tear up. But not today. You're not ruining the makeup. My sense of humor comes off in the wrong places. But the truth is, I know what it feels like.
Yeah.
I know what it feels like.
It's the same emotion, isn't it?
It's the same emotion, regardless of where you came from. Self-love, it doesn't care whether you're white or Hispanic or Chinese or Black, or it doesn't care about your ethnicity, doesn't care about how you were raised. Self-love is how you give you the kind of love you deeply need, desire, and want.
Deserve.
And deserve.
Mm-hmm.
That at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. For me, my story was a breakup that made me realize, damn, I don't even like me. Leave alone love me. I don't even like me. I don't know who I am on my own. For me, it was a breakup. For you, it might have been coming from a broken family, broken from birth. For someone else, they might be an addict. For someone else, they may have lost someone. But at the end of the day, look at me. I need you to know that you're going to be okay. And you are going to get through this. It might have taken you so long to get to this place or even recognize that you're living in rock bottom. And sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit there for a little bit longer and allow yourself to feel. But remember, the broken, that's the place where the light enters. There is more right with you than wrong with you. And if you're broken, then you're broken right. You're beautifully broken. And that's what makes you you. So you will get through this. I hope you remember that. I hope you remember on a certain day you found some chick on the internet telling you that you will get through this. And that you are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are powerful. You are enough. You are worthy. And that no matter what, you're going to be okay. And one day, you'll be sharing your story of how you came from broken to falling madly in love with you and the life that you've been given. That's where you start, knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what. And then all the other steps come later, but knowing that you're stronger than what broke you. No matter how many times you get knocked down, you still have one more get up. As Lisa Nichols says, you don't worry about never getting knocked down. You're going to get knocked down one too many times. But you will get up, you will rise up, and you will shine. And this world is a better place because you're in it. The world is lucky to have you.
I want to pass the plate right now. Say amen and pass the plate right now.
Do you see why I had to get her on? Do you see that? Oh,
yeah.
Listen.
I love what you said. Like Marlena, Christopher says, knowing you're stronger than what broke you. I love that. Mm-hmm. You're stronger than what broke you. You have dropped so many rich nuggets today, Phoebe. The broken places where the light enters. I love that too. I love that too, Marlena. Rachel, thank you for being out here, my sister, my sweet. We love Phoebe as much as you do. I saw your hearts out there. We love her. We're going to continue loving on her and anybody that needs love. This world is going to be a better place because we recognize that we need to uplift each other. Oh my God, Shani.
We have your contact information scrolling across the screen, but go ahead and say it for the people who are not watching, but just listening. How do we get more Phoebe in our lives?
Oh, wow. Facebook, Phoebe Minor, and Instagram, curvy, black, and gorgeous.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yes, not just curvy and black, just curvy, black, and then what now?
Gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Kristen's out there. Thank you so much, Kristen, for chiming in on the show today. We are having a blast with our gorgeous Phoebe Mena, and she is dropping some huge nuggets. What a fabulous morning. I love it, Lila. I love it. It has been a fabulous morning, although it's not morning in China.
Oh, yeah, middle of the night, man.
And you can't tell.
She is in midnight, in the midnight hour right now in China, and we are just happy and excited that she's here. You know, one of the things I have experienced, let's put it that way, is when I see a woman as beautiful or as lovely as you, I have a tendency to walk up to them and say, sis, you killing, you rocking that hairstyle. Your makeup is flawless. And I have had women look at me like, thank you. Do you do that? And have you had that experience? And why do you think that is?
Oh, wow. I'm going to just go dark right now and say, I think for most of us, and yeah, I hope I never get to a place where I say people do that. I think I'm just as imperfect as anyone out there.
Right.
And maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe they don't think you mean it. maybe they don't think they're worthy of the beautiful comments of, hey, you're beautiful. For me, you walk to me and say, Cece, I'm gonna hug you, we're gonna grab some coffee at Starbucks, and we're gonna chill, get to know each other. By the end, we're writing a book together. Like, you just compliment me on, like, just, hey, you're beautiful. You're beautiful too. You're beautiful too. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we have to do that more, even when we get repercussions or kickback, because we don't know, like you said, Phoebe, we don't know if they're having a bad day or if they don't have self-love. Right. We have to love each other first before we can love anybody.
Absolutely.
When we love each other, it's an indication that we have love for ourselves. Shani, you got something?
Well, kind of in that realm, growing up in Tanzania and being surrounded by people who look like you, what is it like for you now living in China? Do you feel like the odd man out, or what's life like for you? Just curious.
First of all, correction. I grew up in, I'm actually Kenyan. I grew up in Kenya.
You grew up in Tanzania. Okay.
Yes, I am Kenyan. And so is Rachel. I actually went to high school with Rachel. And it's growing up in Kenya. I mean, growing up my entire life, I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to be like anyone else, everybody else, except there's only one of Phoebe. And so every time I tried to fit in, I was not accepted, or I liked myself just a little less. I had to give up parts of myself. And so I'd say the greatest gift about living in China is that I've been living alone for over 4 years now. Moved off campus when I was, I think, in third year, and I got my cat about a year and a half ago. So it's just been me before Trixie. And, that has given me the space to know that, well, you all may say, Phoebe, you're beautiful. If I don't say that to me, then all those comments mean nothing.
That's right.
I might take them for now for my ego, like, oh, it's a nice brush to the ego. But to be really honest, if I don't say that to me, it's entirely pointless. So learning to sit with my demons and my angels too, saying, Phoebe, you need to do some self-work in this area of your life. But at the same time, there is more right with you than wrong with you. Like, you're beautiful. I love you. And I think working on myself, really doing the deep work, is how, everything else happened as a result of working inside out. Then now the outside is glowing, and, you get the question, how did you do it? Like, the biceps, like, how did you get them? It's not just the, going to the gym and doing, lifting the dumbbells and, doing curls. It's as a result of working on me. So on the day I don't want to go, I must still go to the gym, because that's how I say I love you to Phoebe. And so that, like, the end result of all that was a level of authenticity I had no idea existed inside of me. That I'll tell you this, I'm going to be riding my bike, wearing my AirPods, and if my favorite song comes, I'll park the bike on the side of the road and start dancing. Like, I would just start dancing right there. So being who I really am, being okay with being called names, with being called strange, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm okay with someone calling me a name that I don't like, because I like me first. Your like is extra. I like me. I love me. And if you like me, then that's extra. Like, thank you. That's extra. But I woke up this morning and I liked me. I woke up this morning and I said, I love you, Phoebes. And before I go to bed, I'm going to give myself a high five and say, you did the best you could today. And I'm proud of you. I love you. So it's hard being a Black woman in Asia, in China, which is why I dance on the streets when, my favorite song comes on. Because, again, I already stand out as I am. So I might as well just go all the way,
I love Marlena's comment. Just park the bike.
And dance. Like, you only got one life, man. Like, you're going to ride this till the wheels fall off. So,
and Kristen said, your like is extra. Yes. Here's what I like to say. Don't hate me because you ain't me. Okay?
Oof. I felt that.
I'm original. I am unique. I am loved. I love me. And so if you don't like me, that's good. Your like is extra, like you said. Feel like it's extra, so don't hate me because you ain't me.
Oh.
And many people think that's arrogant. Many people think that's totally out of line. Well, guess what? I don't care.
Too bad, so sad.
Marlena, hashtag my quote, don't hate me because you hate me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking that, and I think as we were talking earlier about being a woman, you're meant to be seen and not heard. I think, loving yourself takes guts. In a world that tells you to, as a woman, how we're raised, as a woman, you're meant to go to school. Like, don't get all A's. No one is gonna marry you if you're like smarter than them, if you're gonna out earn them. Like, just do enough.
Yeah.
Just don't outdo yourself. And then after that, go to uni, get a job, get married, get kids, and die. Like, that's it. That's how like the lifeline is. And so they like daring to leave, daring to say I love you, to dance in the streets and dance in the gym. Like, that takes guts, but that's what feels right for me. For someone else, it might be saying I love you just to themselves whenever they're in a closed area. But I love what Mel Robbins says. She says, every time I walk out of a plane and I see a mirror, I'll go and give myself a high five. Yo, Mel, you did good. So
I love it. Zalika Jones is out there. You got to be who God created you to be. Love you out there, Zalika. So happy you're there. Marlena's out there. She's saying amen. And Marlena's loving, Milana's loving this. She said, this is not arrogant. God didn't create. My godmother used to say, God loves you and God don't make no jump. You sure said that right. Sorry, not sorry. Yes.
Love that. God don't make no junk.
You got to be like when you say it, right?
We are about to run out of time, and I am just so elated to have had you on the show. It's been a show enough blast. We had a Marlena night. Love, love, love all of your guests that came to see you and applaud you and love on you, because we love on you. This has been a phenomenal time and a phenomenal show. Don't want you to forget that in October, we have an event coming up. It is the Sisters Empower Sisters event. And it's October 13, 14, 15 in the beautiful Ocean City, Maryland. We're looking into the option of doing it virtually as well. Stay tuned for that. We know that if we're able to do the live on virtual, that we're going to have Phoebe right back with us. Love you, Phoebe. Marlena says. Judith Alexis Augustine Craig is there. Hey, folks, it's been a minute. She just hopped on, seeing our queen in action. So proud of you, Phoebe. She says, oh, my God, you had so many people come and cheer you on. We are excited, delighted, and we are so indebted to you for being here on our show today. Again, Shani, if anybody out there wants to be a guest on the show, what do they need to do, my sister?
Contact me at support@barbarahsmith.com. And for those of you who just hopped on, don't worry, catch the replay. Put in #replay so we know that you're checking it out after the fact, and subscribe. That way you'll never have to come in late again. You'll get a notification. Click the bell. Like, subscribe.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our exciting guests. Phoebe is one for the record books. Let me tell you, you are a phenomenal. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are a transformational coach. You are a magnificent storyteller. I love extra hearts and kisses. Love you. And I want more and more people like you to see how you can have self-love and still navigate this world. So excited to get moving. Thanks for leading. Replay, post, live, doing both. Wonderful. Thank you, Marlena. Thank you guys for being out here. Listen, Shani, you have anything that I'm missing?
I'm speechless. Honestly, I'm speechless. All I know is we have to get this Born Broken thing going ASAP. That sounds like volume 3 to me, because volume 2 is coming out, empowering you. Let go of the past and step into your greatness.
It's our anthology book she's talking about, empowering you. Let go of the past.
I'll be there for the broken from birth.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
I love it. You know what time it is? It's time for you to step into your greatness because the world is waiting for you. Thank you. That's our show. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Thank
Engage,
you for coming.
inspire, empower. That's what I help you do as a celebrity, speaker, trainer, and coach. Hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith, known as the Masterful Presenter. I am the one that can help you dig deep inside your passions and deep inside your life to get you to the place you always dreamed.
I had the pleasure of hearing Miss Barbara Holmes Smith speak today, and just from her speaking to me today, I have realized that I need to have personalized my alter ego and be able to put myself out there a lot more.
I help through speaking techniques, teaching you how to use your words and your body language to inspire people to come up higher.
Today's presentation with Ms. Barbara was just outstanding. She has really helped me with her personality, with her being so genuine and passionate about what she believes in and helping to coach, train. Her sense of humor, her energy is just incredible.
How do I do that? By coaching and speaking and training. I help you with whatever it is that you want to do next. What is your next? Are you ready to take your life, your career to the next level? I can get you there. Contact me at www.barbarahsmith.com.